Hey y'all, it's Amy. Let's do some tarot and see what you need to hear tonight. How you doing? Happy Sunday night. Getting very like self-assured vibes. Making your own opportunities. Okay, let's see what's up with that. Self-love. What needs to come out tonight? What are we talking about? The Eight of Swords. I'll tell y'all in a moment what I just heard in my head. And the Queen of Cups. This is like self-love, dragging yourself out of a deep dark pit, but you have the power to do so. Okay, so the Eight of Swords, when it came out, of course I heard, making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. Da 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 da. So the Eight of Swords is just often like mental prisons. It's like places where we feel trapped, but we have the resources necessary to climb out. They feel like a deep dark pit, but there is a way out. Okay, pause that at 1 minute 11 seconds, 111, because my kid wanted to come in and ask if she could have the rest of a Faygo that I opened earlier. So if you needed a sign and Faygo is the sign, there you go. But it also made me think of something very tangential to what we're doing here. But yes, we feel trapped. There are resources out. And in this instance, the resource is compassion for yourself. That's one of them at least. At least one of the tools in your toolkit is self-love, self-compassion, grace for yourself. And when she came in, made me think, so earlier today, we went to see the Minecraft movie. And my kid's 15. She's getting older, you know. But as we're sitting there watching the movie, she wanted to like hold my hand through the movie, and I love that. She also liked holding my hand as we were like going through stores and stuff. That's just something that it's great. It's great as the mother of a teen, because we know how hard that can be. But that made me think, like, as you're trying to move out of this very dense energy, you kind of just have to like hold your own hand in a way and be very gentle and nurturing with yourself, because this is a really difficult place to be. You can't shame yourself out of that place. You can't yell at yourself out of that place. You have to hold your own little hand and be like, hey, we got this. We can get through this. Have compassion and grace for yourself and emerge. What else needs to be said about this situation? The Six of Swords. Literally the card of moving from turbulent waters toward peaceful waters. And this makes me think also this may have to do with your inner child. Because this is kind of a very like childlike, shrunken position that this person is in. And this is a very mothery, nurturing figure. It could be that there's some past trauma that you were trying to give yourself the grace to process and move through, to help kind of heal something and bring yourself toward a more peaceful place with that. I don't know. Interpret that how it resonates for you, okay? It doesn't have to be inner child healing, but there's still this idea of like gently nurturing yourself through something to move toward a more peaceful place in life. Anything else with this? Yep. The Two of Swords, and I immediately heard choose you whenever she popped out. Love her. And then the Knight of Cups. So again, more discussion of moving with compassion here. With the Knight of Cups, moving in a very emotionally responsive way, in a very emotionally aware way. The Two of Swords, she signals a difficult decision that has to be made. She also is kind of my signal card for Hecate, who I have done a lot of shadow work with. So if the inner child healing was resonating with you, definitely look at shadow work, like doing inner child healing through the lens of shadow work, maybe that's something that will resonate with you. But in any sense, like, this is the situation, this is the time where you need to choose you, because there's something that's got you all kind of pent up here, and it's okay to choose yourself and work on freeing yourself from that, whatever that is for you. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing here? Make sure. No, we're good. Okay. I want to get you a See Soul's Journey Oracle card real quick. I love water. It is such a healing element for me. I grew up along the Central Gulf Coast. I tried to move away. I always end up back here. Me and the water, we got a thing. So let's see. And we have cups here. We're talking about emotions. But also swords, water and air, wind. Okay, let's see what's up. What card do we need from this deck? Depth, may you immerse and go deeper. And then on the bottom of the deck is enough. May you be exactly as you are. You are enough. I also want to grab something from this Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So I feel like we need something from here. So elements of water and air. A little bit of fire. Air feeds fire. And I get that. I also saw the Emperor and the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck when I pulled these last cards. And it's almost like this journey, it's meant to fuel some sort of expansion for you, some sort of growth, some sort of like fiery evolution in a sense. Excuse me. You have Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Like there's one more. Is there one more? Two more. Okay. Three. Okay. We have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Maybe you were told that you were too much. Baby, you were never too much. They just weren't enough to handle you, but you've always been plenty. You've been enough and then some, baby. White Witch, be the light. And then Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Practice your discernment, but open yourself to healing messages that come through your FYP. Or like if you go to like Facebook or Instagram, like silly memes with like sunshiny kind of messages. Maybe that's something that actually is going to benefit you, even if it feels cringe and cheesy. Embrace it. The Sun on the bottom of the deck, enjoy success and happiness. Again, getting to your fire, baby. I want to do one more water message. What else do you have to say? Forgive. May you let it be. Forgive yourself. If you have a history of not choosing yourself, forgive yourself, babe. Curious, may you open and explore on the bottom of the deck now. I want to check something real quick. Okay, the message for this card, the Mirror Guardian. It says, take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. And I'm also hearing, like, you may need to actually write some messages on your mirror. Get like an expo marker, like a dry erase marker, or a vis-a-vis wet erase marker, or maybe post-it notes or something. Something that will draw your eye every time you look in the mirror, and put some affirmations on it. Again, it may feel cringe, it may feel cheesy, but these things actually help. Just little phrases. Something that was very transformative for me was, I'm just not my type. Sometimes I don't appreciate the way I look, but there's people that eat it up. And like, I have to acknowledge, I can't ignore that. Sometimes I'm becoming my type a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But just little things like, I am enough, or you were never too much. I was never too much. Find those cheesy little phrases that resonate with you and help your inner you feel safe and seen and heard and enough. Okay. I love you. Have a great day.